Rams and the Chicago Bears. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Allen eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a gain of 9, but it's also going to mean a punt here on their opening drive. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Sullivan. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 1st and 10, Sullivan got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Sullivan. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. That is caught by Cohen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
10 more yards. That's another Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. 31's the... Check.
And again, it's Allen. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, it's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll go down at the 28. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Here's Allen following the fumble recovery. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Bears have taken the early lead. quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. If you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Bears 6. Browns.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bears 6, Browns nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Sullivan. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. On first down, Sullivan. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
So after the INT, it's Allen trying to lay one up deep. It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 45 yards. On first down, Allen. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Allen will try again on second down. Flush to his right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as the Bears push further out in front. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Allen to throw once more. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
To number 87.
A big play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now. Now a hit and a loose football. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Allen off the play fake. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
First and 10 at the 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to let it go again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Alvin Kamara, 99 yards. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6.
The kicker on.
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Bears.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes this a 9-point game. bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Allen now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Third down.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Going to throw. Going for the deep ball. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
1-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bears take
sort of a second quarter to forget for him to have 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Eluding the pressure right, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. Flushed out right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
31's the mic. Me and you all day. All day. I like him. 18. Check nickel. 18.
Now Allen again. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And 5 at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Go! Mike 53. Mike.
Operating from the gun. Sullivan. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Sullivan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. From midfield, here's Allen. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. It leads to
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams.
21.
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They start the second half with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They run it again with Kamara. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 3rd down, Sullivan. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Again, it's Cohen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st down, a run with Cohen. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 44. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
24 is the mic. Hey, check. Check 3, check.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 35.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. On first down. It's Cohen, and able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Allen, flush to his right. He's going to take off with it, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
That's good.
5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike, check. 59. Got one. Say. 60 Eagles.
On play action, Allen. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Browns 21, Bears 19. Eddie Pinheiro.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
They're on 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards the pick up there. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 33. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There was a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Browns drive about to get started. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Sullivan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
24 is the mic. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 24 is the mic. Let's go, D. 24 is the mic.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen got a man, and he hits him in stride. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Allen now throwing on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Charles, you said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Allen. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Then he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. It's a run for Kamara, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
To throw on second down, Sullivan. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The Browns on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Sullivan. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Complete.
A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
First down, Browns.
Operating from the gun, Sullivan eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, and that'll bring up second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Sullivan flushed out right. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And out of bounds right around the 20. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Off-play action. Sullivan. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
To number 87.
A 20-yard touchdown. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Browns 28, Bears 25.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On the option, Allen will keep it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Here we go, here we go.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. To throw is Allen. Looking sideline, incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. Third down here. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Allen to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Now Allen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
We got 3, we got 3, folks, we got 3. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, check.
Back to throw. Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it is strictly for pride.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, You could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.